Planners call it Operation Epic Fury, or Roaring Lion, a massive preemptive joint strike by American and Israeli air forces targeting Iranian infrastructure. The mission has three specific goals: dismantle the nuclear program, destroy the Central Military Command, and trigger a total collapse of the current government. The coalition relies on uncontested air superiority. Armadas positioned in the Persian Gulf launch thousands of precision munitions, striking targets across the country with total freedom of the skies. After weeks of heavy bombardment, the satellite imagery shows the results. The Central Command is still issuing orders. Weapons manufacturing continues in hardened facilities, and the political leadership remains in control of the capital. The campaign has reached a stalemate. Air superiority cannot reach the core of the state's power. Decisive victory requires overcoming the physical landscape itself. Iran is a massive, mountainous fortress. Its physical geography stretches back to ancient civilizations that have spent millennia resisting total conquest. This defensive posture supports a nuclear threshold strategy. Rather than building a weapon that would invite an immediate invasion, the state maintains the technological capacity to assemble one quickly if its borders are breached. To protect this threshold, the military built vast subterranean cities miles beneath the mountains, housing drone factories and centrifuges. Standard U.S. bunker-buster munitions lack the kinetic energy required to penetrate hundreds of feet of solid mountain rock. The physical earth itself serves as a primary shield, rendering traditional airstrikes useless against the state's most critical assets. While the mountains provide defense, the Ring of Fire provides the offense. This strategy allows Tehran to project power across the region without freighting on its own sovereign soil. This network includes Hezbollah, Hamas, and Houthi fighters, all armed to act as regional extensions of the state's intelligence services. This decentralized swarm bleeds coalition military resources. When a conflict begins, these groups can launch coordinated strikes from multiple geographic fronts simultaneously. By spreading its forces across 3 continents, the leadership ensures that bombing Tehran cannot stop a wider regional counteroffensive. Strategic leverage also centers on the Persian Gulf, the central artery of the global energy market. Using low-cost drone swarms and ballistic missiles, the military can target the multi-billion-dollar infrastructure of neighboring U.S. allied states like Saudi Arabia and the UAE. These nations rely on vulnerable economic hubs, water desalination plants, data centers, and massive oil refineries to maintain regional stability. Then there is the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow waterway is completely dominated by Iranian coastal missile batteries and naval forces. Roughly 20% of the world's daily oil supply passes through this single bottleneck. A symmetric naval victory is unnecessary. By shutting down the strait, the state can successfully hold the global economy hostage. Military reality suggests that the only way to permanently dismantle these bunkers and secure the Strait of Hormuz is a full-scale ground invasion. But invading a massive, mountainous, and nationalistic country is a logistical nightmare compared to any previous Middle Eastern conflict. Past U.S. ground campaigns against asymmetric forces have consistently resulted in heavy human costs and military exhaustion, beginning with the realities of Vietnam. The legacy of the 2003 Iraq War and the withdrawal from Afghanistan has left a total lack of political will in the United States for another long-term occupation. Because a ground war is political suicide, the U.S. and Israel are locked in a military stalemate they cannot resolve from the air. Modern warfare here is a competition to accumulate leverage for the negotiation table. The U.S. strategy relies on hyper-advanced technology and control of the sky to break the state's nuclear ambitions. Tehran counters by using the physical earth, proxy networks, and economic chokepoints to exert unbearable financial pressure on the West. For both sides, the goal is to force the other into a diplomatic settlement from a position of weakness. In this era, the world's most advanced military hardware is ultimately neutralized by the unyielding power of geography.